Hello, my lovely English learners. I am Monica, your new English teacher. I am British and my accent is neutral, quite easy on ears, and pretty understandable. You're watching me on Let's Talk, your ultimate destination on YouTube to learn English online. There are many ways to become fluent in English. And one of the best ways that I recommend to my students is to learn collocations. Now, what are collocations? Collocations are words which naturally go together. They blend with each other, making your English sound natural and fluent. For example, pass an exam or sports car. These are basic examples of collocations in English. There are different types of collocations, such as combination of an adjective and a noun, for example, sunny day. A verb and a noun. Take a break. A noun combined with another noun. Security guard. An adverb and a verb. For example, deeply regret. Or an adverb and an adjective. Well-dressed. For this English lesson, I have handpicked 2 advanced collocations from these 5 types of collocations that you can use in your daily conversations. I will give you the meaning of each collocation, along with example sentences, for better understanding. Let's begin. First, adjective and noun collocations. Global demand. A global demand is the total demand for a particular product or service in all parts of the world. It tells us how much demand there is for something in all countries. For example, global demand for air travel has increased by 20% in the current year. This means more and more people are choosing to travel by plane. Global demand for entry-level smartphones has decreased drastically, which means people these days prefer smartphones with better features and technology, even if they have to pay a bit more money. I hope you got that. Here's another one. Narrow escape. If you have a narrow escape, you survive a very dangerous situation. It's mostly associated with accidents. It's used to say you were lucky. For example, he had a narrow escape when he fell off his motorbike. If he'd fallen off a second earlier, he would have been killed by the truck that had just passed by. In short, he was lucky. Roy nearly lost all his money in the stock market crash, but he made a narrow escape, thanks to a friend who told him to sell off his shares the day before it happened. Well, if he hadn't sold his shares, he would have lost all his money. So again, he was lucky enough to be warned by his friend. I hope you got that. Now let's look at a verb and noun collocations. Go dark. When we look at the meaning of dark as a noun, it means absence of light in a place. But when we say go dark, it means to stop all activities or communication. It's for a temporary period of time, but fairly for a long period. Take a look at these examples. 2 of the company's offices will go dark by the end of the month, which means they will stop operating for a temporary period. Many investors have gone dark as the startup bubble has begun to burst. Quite an interesting example, isn't it? It means many investors have stopped funding new startup ideas as they are not getting desired returns on their investments. To go dark, I hope you got the meaning. Up next is a noun and a noun collocations. The first collocation in this category is conspiracy theory. I am sure you have heard this collocation in a news report. It means making people believe that an event or a situation has occurred because of some secret plan or some powerful people are behind such events. It's mostly associated with some suspicious events, such as a murder or defaming a public figure. For example, there are many conspiracy theories behind the disappearance of the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. The Malaysian airline flight that disappeared on the 8th March 2014, around 38 minutes after it took off. Even after launching the most expensive search in the aviation history, the plane couldn't be located. Well, there are many theories surrounding its disappearance. Here's another example. Don't always believe what you see on social media. There are a lot of conspiracy theories. We all are aware of the fake news that floats on social media and are tempted to believe it's true, but it's not. Here's the next one. Status symbol. A status symbol is something that you own to show how important or rich you are. Something people want to have because they think people will respect or admire them. For example, most youngsters think having an iPhone is a status symbol. Have you come across someone like that? Let me know in the comments. Driving a luxury car is a status symbol for some entrepreneurs. Some entrepreneurs think that owning a Mercedes S-Class will gain them more respect and people will admire them. Do you think that's true? Well, I don't feel so. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about it? The next collocations are a combination of an adverb and a verb. Here's the first one. Seriously doubt. When you doubt something seriously, you think it may not happen or it's not true. In short, you are uncertain about the possibility of something happening. Here's an example sentence. I seriously doubt he will be able to recover from his condition. You think it's not possible for someone to recover from their illness. The chances are very minimal. Another example. We seriously doubt that he owns that penthouse. Again, you think that someone is lying, that they own the property. In short, you are not certain if someone is telling the truth. The next collocation is thoroughly approve. Now, this collocation is somewhat the opposite of the previous one. It means you are in total agreement about something. You approve it 100%. For example, I thoroughly approve of your marketing ideas. They are new and fresh. It means you are impressed by the new marketing idea and are giving your approval to proceed. Here's another example. All the investors on the Shark Tank show thoroughly approved the pitch and showed their willingness to invest. Wow, what a great moment. All the judges giving their approval is quite rare. The business idea must have impressed them, and they all were eager to put in their money. Do you like to watch Shark Tank? Let me know in the comments. And finally, we will look at adverb and an adjective collocations. Here's the first one. Widely available. When something is widely available, it's quite popular and is used or practiced by masses. Something that is easily available everywhere. For example, paracetamol tablets are widely available in all chemists, and you don't need a doctor's prescription to buy one. Well, it's the most popular pill you consume when you are down with flu. Another example. High-speed internet is now widely available throughout the country. I am sure it's easy to relate it with. You are probably watching this lesson on high definition because of the availability of high-speed internet data. The next collocation is painfully shy. I am sure you know what does it mean to be shy. But when you are painfully shy, you are extremely shy. You are so shy that other people around you may find it disturbing. Here's an example. Ryan was painfully shy when he was in high school, and now look at him, he's one bold extrovert. How many of you have been shy in school and have grown up to be confident? I would love to know in the comments. Here's one more example. She's pretty confident, but is painfully shy in social situations. There are many people who face social anxiety issues and are self-conscious in a public setting. Painfully shy can also be used to describe someone's social anxiety. That's all for today. I hope you found this lesson useful and learned some useful advanced English phrases. If you want more lessons on collocations, do let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe and click the bell so that you don't miss any new English lessons. I will see you soon. Until then, happy learning. Bye.